Hello, this is James Robertshaw here, and this video is concerning the books I've written for the Royal British Legion in Combat Stress on the D-Day landings. They're called the D-Day War Diaries, and there's actually 8 books altogether, taken 4 years to do. So this is a book on all the British and Canadian beaches. The landings were on the Continental Peninsula, which is just here in Normandy coastline, in this area here. The Germans thought we were going to land here on the Pas de Calais, and they kept an army back. This is in June 1944. The Germans had fortifications going all the way from Norway down the coast of Europe all the way down to Spain, and there were massive fortifications. The reason for this, the books are quite important. They act as a guide if you visit Normandy. The 75th anniversary is next year, and it's quite an important event. This is a detailed map of the coast of Normandy and all the beaches. I've marked on this map all the major fortifications. That's Sword Beach there, where Ouistreham is, and then you have Juno, these 3 towns here, and then you have Gold Beach, which is just here, and then there was a gap, but the commandos actually went into Puy-en-Besson, which is just there, and then we have the American beaches on Omaha, which is just here. It's a big cemetery off Omaha, and then we have the beach at Utah, and that was protected by the 82nd and 101st US Airborne. So these are the books here. So we have the 6th British Airborne on the eastern flank, Sword, Juno, that's the French resistance. We have the Gold Beach here. That is a consolidated book of all the 4 British and Canadian beaches. And then we have the American beaches. We have Omaha, Utah, and the 82nd and 101st US Airborne. And a special book on the SOE and the French resistance. This is the author here. That's me, James Robertshaw, just a write-up about the books. There's a lot of information on the website, which is here, www.ddaywardiaries.co.uk, and there's all the books. The purpose of it is that these books act as a guide per beach. So if you take Gold, the format is the same. All the German fortifications are all documented and photographed. So there's maps on each book. That's an original map on Gold Beach. There's all the Allied units going into Normandy, and then it says maps and where all the German fortifications are, so you can actually see what happened when you visit the beaches. There's information about the RAF and the Royal Navy. In the American books, it's obviously the US Navy and the USAF, and just where all the ships were positioned, all the ships' names. There's a timeline in each what happened from when they all landed during D-Day. There's all the German fortifications, which I've mentioned to you, and all the photographs of all the bunkers. So each book is actually the same. The 4 British and Canadian beaches are all in there, and there's a lot more information in that book. The last book in the series is on the SOE and the French resistance, so this book is actually split into 2. If anybody doesn't know who that is, that's General de Gaulle, and that's the SOE emblem, and that's the Cross of Lorraine, which is the French resistance emblem. The book is split into 2. We have the French resistance at the back and all the marquee units which are in France, and what they actually did, how it was all set up, and then we have the SOE in the front and how that was all set up, and all the names of all the agents going into France. There's a lot of work which has gone into that, and how the SOE was formed, all the training establishments which were there. As Winston Churchill did a famous speech saying, "Set Europe ablaze." You'll find the books very, very interesting, and this video just introduces what work was being done, and actually to try and get you interested in the landings. So I'm hoping that you'll buy these books. Any money which is made off the books, donations, goes to the Royal British Legion and Combat Stress, and it's worth you going over there because it's a great place to visit. Okay, thank you.